Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is Friday, March 20th, 2026, and it's Friday. If you can believe it, another glorious Friday. Had a long, very busy work day, so didn't get to go out during the day. Then in the evening time, after work, we met with I guess we'll call him my brother-in-law, Kelly's brother. We're not married, but we are together, so I consider him my brother-in-law. Anyway, he came down. He lives up north. Came down to visit. Went out to dinner with him, his girlfriend, and Kelly's dad. We had a lovely time. So I didn't really get a chance to film anything outside of the home today because, I've been busy. But that's good because sometimes life just needs to happen and you don't need to see it. You just experience it, especially when you're with family and you don't want to put them in a video and all that because then maybe they don't want to be, and that's okay. So what I'm doing today, instead of going to like a thing, we're going to talk about some of the video games I own. I have a very large collection of not just DVDs and Blu-rays, as I've talked about before. I also have a very large collection of video games, and I want to show off what I have. So we're going to start with my Wii titles. I have a lot of games for the Wii, and I'm going to show off what I got, and I'll let you know if I've played it or not. Spoiler, I haven't played a lot of them, so they just sit on a shelf. It's like a museum. Belongs in a museum. Alright, so kicking things off, we have the game Alien Syndrome. This is published by Sega, developed by somebody, Totally Games. This is a kind of a top-down shooter where you you're shooting aliens. I believe this was a old Sega arcade game that was remade when this eventually came out, probably sometime in the mid-2000s. I have played this before, definitely played this quite a bit, especially when it came out. When I worked at Hollywood Video, I used to rent this all the time and play it. And now I have my own copy that I purchased at a used game store somewhere. Part of the collection now. Alien Syndrome. I don't think I'm going to give any kind of ratings because I haven't played a lot of these, but I'm just showing you what I got. I got Alien Syndrome. Check it out. Goes good with the glasses. Next we have Animal Crossing City Folk. This is a game I played a ton of. This was like the game for me when it came out. Every Animal Crossing game when it first comes out, I am just all over it for months on end. I must have played this every day for practically a year. I mean, this was my everything. My entire day revolved around, picking fruit off the trees and going to Tom Nook's store and buying furniture, collecting things, and just having a good time with it. Animal Crossing City Folk, maybe not the best Animal Crossing game that's ever been made, but certainly one that I spent a lot of time with. I think the only one I've played more has been Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Switch. But this was like it for me. I was all in on Animal Crossing City Folk. Loved this game. I threw it on not too long ago, maybe the last maybe like 6 months. I checked in just to kind of see what was going on in my town, and it's still there. All the animals are still there. So, Animal Crossing City Folk, love this one. Alright, we've got our first game that I own and have not played yet. This is Babysitting Mama, and don't know anything about this really, other than, it uses the nunchuck, it uses the remote and the nunchuck, as you can see. Don't have any clue what the gameplay is like. I just picked it up because it looked weird. A lot of the games that I get, I pick up because they look weird. I like weird, kitschy things, and so this is probably one of the weirdest, dumbest games that I could possibly get for the Wii. I'm guessing it was probably $5 when I bought it. There's no receipt in there, but as you can see, full color booklet, full color CD. That's a rarity on the Wii. Most of the Wii discs are just here. Check out the Animal Crossing one. Right, it's just a plain white disc. Nothing fancy about it at all. So for Babysitting Mama to have a full color disc, that's a rarity. So yeah, even if this game sucks, at least it has a really cool disc. I remember when I was working at the video store, worked with a guy named Chris, and he really hated the Wii. He was an Xbox 360 guy all the way, and he hated the Wii, hated the motion controls, hated how baby all the games were. And one thing he would always point out was how crappy the Wii discs were, because they were just plain, one color affairs. There was never full color discs for the Wii, and he thought that was really weird. So anyway, Babysitting Mama, this must be a late era Wii game because it has a colorful disc. So there you go. All right, next we have Battalion Wars 2, or Wii, as the cover shows. This is kind of an offshoot of the Advanced War series, or the Famicom Wars, where it all started way back on the Famicom, back in the 80s. Haven't played this one. Don't know what the gameplay is like at all. Don't know if it's any good, but I know that it's fairly rare, and I don't think I paid a ton of money for this when I found it in the store, but I knew I had to get it because it's sought after. And I will say, many of the Wii games that I own, I purchased probably 10 years ago, within the last 10 years, because, as you know, after the pandemic happened, the prices of retro games skyrocketed. So a lot of these games I got very cheap, or relatively cheap compared to how they are now. I'm going to guess anywhere from $20, $30 cheaper than what they currently go for. So yeah, Battalion Wars 2. I'm going to check that out one day. Not sure when, but I'll check it out, I promise. All right, here's another one I've never played. Beyblade Metal Fusion Battle Fortress. Beyblade, these are they're spinning tops. The Beyblade, physical Beyblade toys have kind of made a comeback in the last few years. I think the nostalgia of it is finally catching up to us. It's probably been 20 years since this game came out. I'm guessing this must have come out somewhere in the mid-2000s. So we are definitely in prime Beyblade nostalgia. So yeah, I picked this game up because it looked weird, and it's an anime game. I knew that those were going to go up in price at some point, and I'm sure this is probably fairly expensive now, but no clue. Anyways, yeah, Beyblade. Never played it. Probably never will, but I have it. All right. Big Brain Academy Wii Degree. I played this a ton when it came out. Kelly and I would play it pretty often. She would come over to my place, and we would play Big Brain Academy, and then do other stuff. Anyway, so yeah, Big Brain Academy Wii Degree. This was a kind of a trivia game and other brain teasers and puzzles, and we just loved doing those kinds of games together. Really loved trivia. We still really love trivia, and so Big Brain Academy Wii Degree. What a name. This was a big part of our relationship in the mid-2000s, so good memories here. All right, another anime game. We have Bleach Shattered Blade. I believe this is a fighting game. Let's see. Hack, slash, and defeat your rival with your Wii remote. Zanpakuto. Sure. I'm pretty sure this is a fighting game. Never played it, but it's from Sega, published by Sega. Who developed it? Probably also Sega. I'm not seeing a different name on here. So, yeah, developed and published by Sega. Cool. Hey, Bleach Shattered Blade. Maybe I'll check that out one day. Oh, there's a receipt in here. Let's see how much did this cost. I bought this in 2017, and it cost $4.99. Hey, hell yeah! I can't imagine this is still going for $5 anywhere. So I think I made out like a bandit here. So yeah, it pays. It pays sometimes to be ahead of the curve. All right, what is this? Bomberman Land. Never played this one. It has 40 mini games, adventure and multiplayer. More than 40 mini games, adventure and multiplayer action. Sure, why not? I only care about regular ass Bomberman. I can't imagine the mini games on this are very good, but it's Bomberman. I love Bomberman. Had to pick it up, so it's in my collection. Okay, what do we have here? Bust a Move Bash. The Bust a Move games, or as it is known in Japan, Puzzle Bobble. This is really fun. This is that game where, see if you can see on the back, where you like line up. You have these little colored balls, and you have to like line them up and shoot them up into the play field to try to blow them up and clear your area so that you send over the other bubbles to your enemy's play field. So Bust a Move, great game. This is a party version. You can play with up to 8 people, that's pretty nuts. Check out Bust a Move. I hope you've played a Bust a Move game. If you haven't, go find a Bust a Move arcade cabinet. There's probably one at your local taco shop right now. Okay, this is Castlevania Judgment. I believe this is also a fighting game. Never played it, but I remember wanting to always check it out. It did come out when I worked at the video store. I don't know why I never played it. I think this is a late era Wii game, and by that point I was kind of moving on to the 360 myself. I was more in line with like what games were coming out on that system. I got a PS3 a little later, so I was kind of on the HD side of gaming when this came out. The Wii had kind of lost its luster a little bit, in my opinion, in its later years. But so yeah, I never played this game, but I certainly saw it at a used game store recently and picked it up because it's a Castlevania title, and you got to have that in your collection. Okay, going again with the weird stuff, we have Champion Jockey, G1 Jockey and Gallop Racer. I don't know, man. These are pretty big in Japan. Again, I picked it up because it is just a weird, odd game to have. Who has this game? Nobody has this game. So, of course, I had to have it. All right, The Conduit. This is a game I've played. It was a shooter for the Wii. They didn't have a lot of those back in the day, and the ones that they did were typically not that good. And Conduit falls in line with that. It's not really that good, but it's okay. It's from Sega. Again, I think this is the third Sega published game that has come along. Like I said, not that great of a game, but it was exclusive to the Wii, and those were few and far between. You know, you weren't getting all the big shooters that like the 360 and the PS3 were getting, but you were getting cool, weird stuff like The Conduit. So, okay, so earlier we had Babysitting Mama. Now we've got the OG Cooking Mama. I should say this is not the original Cooking Mama game. This is a later version of it, World Kitchen. So again, you just use the Wii remote to kind of like, motion like you're tossing food in a pan, or you're chopping up vegetables or whatever. Yeah, this is Cooking Mama. I've never played it. Oh, it also has a full color disc. So hey, good on you, Majesco, the publisher of this game, for getting full color discs on a Wii a Wii game and putting that out. So not sure if this is any good, but I know that the Cooking Mama series is kind of well liked. So I'm sure I picked this up at a game store when I saw it because it was weird and different. The Blob. This is a game that I played a bit when it came out originally. One of those kind of Wii oddities where it was very motion control heavy. Don't remember a ton about it, but it did spawn a little mini franchise. I think there were 2 or 3 of these games. Anyway, started out as a Wii exclusive, eventually made its way to other consoles as the Wii kind of died out, and it was pretty apparent that most people were not buying third-party software for the Wii. They were just getting Wii Sports and like Wii, Mario Kart Wii, but never buying anything else. So a lot of these franchises that started on the Wii would eventually make it to like the 360 and the PS3. So anyway, De Blob, this is a fine game. All right, this one, there's no cover, but it is, I believe, yeah, Dead Rising, Chop Till You Drop. Where's it at? Is it in frame? There we go. Dead Rising, Chop Till You Drop. This was the Wii's version of Dead Rising. Originally came out on the 360. If you're not familiar with Dead Rising, this is a game where you play as Frank West, a photojournalist, goes to a mall infested with zombies. He's trying to figure out why the zombies are here. And so this is the Wii version of that game. Very inferior to the Xbox 360 version, but just having it on the Wii is kind of cool. So there it is. I have it. I don't know what happened to the cover. I know the covers are around here somewhere. I don't buy games that are just disc. I do not do that. So this cover is around somewhere. I'm sure the box is I'm sure the game box is in a box in the garage or something. So okay, here we have Disney Sing It Family Hits. This was in a time where I was trying to collect a bunch of different singing games. Any game that had some kind of karaoke feature, I was going out and grabbing. I was checking all the used game stores, picking these up. Definitely got this after Enid was born. Yeah, I've never played this one, but it's got all kinds of Disney hits on there. So maybe one day I'll bust this out and we'll get some Disney singing going on. This next one here is Domino Rally, another just weird, wild Wii game. Never played it, but I mean, look at that cover. It's bizarre. I gotta have that in my collection. Domino Rally. I'm gonna check it out. Probably never. Ooh, this is a good one. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Great game. Fantastic game. Love this game. This is a 5 out of 5. A 10 out of 10. It's wonderful. It's amazing. There's a version for the Switch that is in HD that you should probably play instead of this one. But again, another game where I just spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours playing this game when it came out. I have vivid memories sitting in my first apartment that I had by myself on the couch with this game, eating chips, drinking soda, contributing to the eventual diabetes I would get, and just playing the heck out of this on the weekend. Back when I worked at the video store, and I had some weekends off. Not all weekends, but most weekends I would give myself off because I was the boss. Anyway, great time playing Donkey Kong Country Returns. Spent hours and hours and hours with it. Love this game. Check it out if you've never played it. All right, continuing with Donkey Kong, we have Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. It says new play control. I believe this was a GameCube game that they brought to the Wii. On the GameCube, you would use, they had these like Donkey Kong drums, those conga drums. Excuse me. But in this one, you used the Wii remotes instead. You like shook those around to kind of do the drum beat. So I've never played this. Didn't play the GameCube version. Haven't played the Wii version. But it's a first-party Nintendo game. First-party Nintendo games are notoriously difficult to find used and are usually fairly expensive. Yeah, there's no receipt in here, so I don't know how much I paid for this. I'm going to guess I paid a probably pretty good amount. I'm going to guess I paid $30 for this. That's my guess. Who knows? If I could have paid more, could have paid less. But yeah, this is in my collection, and I'm sure it's much more expensive now than it was when I got it. So, again, another win for Andy. Alright, I don't know what the hell this is, but it was $5. Dragon Blade, Wrath of Fire. Who made this? Published by D3, produced by Landho, developed by Landho. I don't know, but D3 publisher, they've published some RPGs, and so I think I was at a point where I was collecting every game from different publishers, and D3 was one of those publishers. So no matter how shitty or bad the game was, I had to get it because it was from D3. So anyway, no idea what this game is about, no idea how it plays. There's the back if you want to take a look at that real quick. No clue. I've never thrown this into my system. I really should play these games, right? They're on my shelf. Why don't I play them? I should just play it, right? All right, I'll play this one. And our last game for today is Endless Ocean, which I got for $3, as you can see by the sticker here, from Video Game Geeks. I believe that's a place up in Orange County, Anaheim or Irvine area, something like that. Endless Ocean, another Nintendo published game. It's not a first-party game. It was developed by Arika? I don't know how you say that. But published by Nintendo in America. I think they made like a newer version of this recently. I couldn't tell you. But my understanding, again, another game I never played. But my understanding is you just kind of swim around the ocean and you explore and you find wildlife and stuff, and you document it, and you know, it's a, what do they call it? It's a cozy game. This was a cozy game before cozy games had a name. So this is a casual game. There you go. They called them casual games back then. So anyway, Endless Ocean, dive, discover, dream. Yeah, check that out. It was only $3. I can't believe a Nintendo published game was only $3. They must have so many copies of this, or people just do not give a crap about Endless Ocean. But I'm very happy at the price I got it at, and yeah, maybe one day I'll resell it for, you know, triple that price, because the Wii's going to go up in value, right? Yeah, who knows? Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my seeing just a glimpse at some of the many Wii games I have. I'll probably do another one of these later when I have no other choice but to do one. So yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll find out in a week what the next set of games are. Maybe you'll find out in a month. Who knows? But it's on my mind now, so I'm going to do it again. I promise. I promise. All right? Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.